We are back with game one in our deck. So, turn one play. Uh, shall we open Nexus Pilot, or do we have something else we'd like to level?
I think if we play the Nexus Pilot, we are likely only playing Delver in combination with Patriarch, so that's my only concern, but I still think Nexus Pilot is strong enough of a play immediately that it's worth playing over the Delver.
Yeah, I think that getting the Nexus Pilot out early is... it buys us some space to level whatever we want in this next turn, as our opponent has to deal with something scary.
Is this next turn just Aetherhound's Patriarch, or is it Aetherhound's plus Patriarch?
I think it's Aetherhound's plus Patriarch.
Matt, you've been overruled.
I've been overruled. I might have played Pulse Mage Patriarch, but oh no, never mind. I might have played Pulse Mage Patriarch, but then he gives us such nice targets, right? We're going to toss the Aetherhounds in 1 and 5.
Yes.
Well, yeah, actually, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I was thinking we could potentially put the Patriarch in 5, but the 4/7 I think is going to be more relevant than a 5/5.
The reason I don't like the Patriarch in 5 is because it just outright dies to an Enraged Guardian, whereas the Aetherhound dies but still leaves us with a 4/7 on board instead of a 5/5, which will be harder for him to deal with.
Yeah.
That said, can we change the background to Uterra, sir?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I had done wrong here. Yes, let us change the skin, and here is the Uterra skin, which hopefully you all have saved up your silver to get an Uterra skin. If not, it's not too late.
I used my Kickstarter credit way back when the skin's released.
Yep, that's what I did as well. I miss those days. I miss the closed beta days.
Oh, indeed, they were fun.
So probably leveling a Life Shaper is going to be a good idea in this matchup.
Yeah, I think that's a high priority here.
I definitely agree. I think that
Ooh, Roar.
What an interesting play.
So Aegis
I
Conscript.
I think we need to get some value, right?
We definitely need to get some value. I think that there's no way that you don't play Conscript or Thicket in front of one of his dudes, and I think that you play Life Shaper Savant in front of the other one.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I think it's Conscript here because it saves our Nexus Pilot.
Yeah, and I think I'd rather have the 6/1 Nexus Pilot on the board instead of the 1/1 Thicket.
Yeah.
I agree.
After combat. Although,
hey,
now we still get the opportunity to level a Thicket if we want.
I think we want.
Yes. And one of the great things about Matrix Warden 1 is the way it stays relevant later in the game, even if you don't level it. I mean, that 3 attack power boost is enough to swing things in rank 2.
I think we put the Thicket in an empty lane and the Patriarch in front of the Sower.
I agree.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, because empty laning a Thicket is nice because your opponent has a disincentive to block it with something useful. Or something he cares about.
Which is really nice.
Yeah. So maybe our Lurker has it in for the Spring Dryad?
I think I agree with that.
Because the Spring Dryad
That leaves us a great opportunity to play Aetherhounds for value in 1 and 2 afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, so I will run the combat first.
Yeah.
Taking, oh no, a damage from the Seedling. And then we can wipe those Seedlings off the board and hope we draw Patriarch 2.
Indeed.
Ding!
Yeah, this is...
ding, ding, ding.
This is how it's supposed to work.
Yep.
Double Patriarch.
We're a ding in here.
I have good news, guys. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Wirewood Patriarch. I have no idea what those two have to do together, but...
Although, obviously, getting double Patriarch decks will be less common in a couple weeks once they release Set 2 and the... I don't know exactly how the combined format is going to work, whether it's going to be like half Set 1, half Set 2, or whether it's going to be I guess what set 1 is maybe half the size of set 2, so maybe you're seeing like 2/3 set 1 and 1/3 set 2.
That seems about right.
But in any case, you'll be the key cards, particularly commons and rares, which you're used to seeing a lot of in set 1 draft. We all know that we can count on getting, for example, multiple thickets if we're drafting Uterra. But once set 2 comes out, there'll just be fewer thickets available, and players will need to adapt their strategies accordingly.
I just like how this thicket's going to be 713.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, 710 because that was a good roar.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, that was a good roar.
Still our Patriarch is still going to make it live though.
So I think we play Life Shaper in 4 and Patriarch in 3.
I agree.
I'd rather
it's
have the
far more
Patriarch
aggressive.
I'd rather have the Patriarch undamaged. And the Life Shaper, we're still going to get a chance to get something out of unless he spends a card on it.
Yeah, right. And if he wants to spend a card like poisoning our Life Shaper, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I
because
fully
he's not
expect
dealing
the
with other
concession
things.
here. This is a really hard board to come back from.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I like that Cadaverous Thicket over there. It's doing its job.
Yeah. So if there may be some players who have not experienced the joy of Cadaverous Thicket and Poison Attack, but with the right supporting cast, Cadaverous Thicket is great. Also, Cadaverous Thicket makes a great target for Life Shaper Savant. If you have multiple Life Shaper Savants and you don't have the multiple Patriarchs, you can also get that to work.
So, I
Here
think we
like
actually...
Thicket in 2.
I actually like going Huntress Feral Instinct on the Patriarch and put all the triggers on the Patriarch. How's he going to deal with it?
So it's all in? Huh.
It turns
it
it into a 17. It turns it into a 1721 with Breakthrough.
I'm okay with that.
So then do we put the Grove Huntress in 1 just to save us a bit of damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Okay. Let's go all in on the Patriarch.
If this was the old Shaper, I would want to play Matrix Ward.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. No.
See, he's at 13 now.
Yeah. So okay. And we think that he's not playing Blightwalker, given his faction choice.
He's not. He's a Loyan.
Yes, given his faction choice, we
we think we know.
we know.
Unless he's gotten really, really sneaky.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying. He's trying so hard. It's
I
not
don't
gonna
think that'll
work.
be enough though, because it has Breakthrough.
Yep.
Plus,
Excellent.
Cadaverous Thicket just wins.
So that is game 1, and let us now toss up the beginning of our next preview card. So.
Wow, that looks really well with Cadaverous Thicket, and it's also a snake that needs a
Snake
jetpack.
Snake Tribal. We're going in on Snake Tribal. I'm so excited.
So what do you think of this ability? So the fact Poison ticks at the beginning of every turn. This triggers at the end of every turn, also triggers the turn you play it. That is absolutely crazy, because that means no matter what, when you poison a card with this out, as long as it survives the turn, you're actually doing double the poison. You just Spore Torrented 2 for free? Oh, sweet. Instead of dealing 2 poison, you did 4. This lives through a turn. This lives through your opponent's turn because you just played it. Oh, now it's dealing 8 poison. This means your Spore Torrent 2 is actually doing monumental damage to level 3s. Your Spore Torrent 2 is taking out level 3s with this card. And again, this is at the end of each turn, including your opponent's. This card is just crazy.
And you don't, as long as you're leveling your other poison cards, you don't actually need to level your Venomous Netherscale. Now, we'll see later on, maybe there's a reason to level Venomous Netherscale, but if you draft Venomous Netherscale, or perhaps, heaven forbid, make a constructed poison deck, you can leave this level 1, and you can still have it doubling the poison from your Venom Fang 3 or your Spore Torrent 3.
Oh,
I
by
also
the way,
want to point out, look at those stats.
Oh,
Indeed.
does Uterra doesn't have anything at 8 health? I can't.
Not
in
currently.
Bramblewood.
It has Shardplate Mutant as well.
Oh yeah,
But who plays that?
Right. So, but at heroic and below, this is almost the only thing with 8 health, and 4/8 trades with almost everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's really good. I also want to point out when I first saw this card, I'm like, why is this creature a snake? And then I realized it's a naga. Look at the bottom. Look at its legs. That's a
Oh,
snake.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, Kit, you did your math slightly wrong earlier. Spore Torrent 2 does 3 poison, not 2. So it would have gone 3, 6, 12 instead
6/12.
of 2, 4, 8.
Wow.
yeah.
Even better.
And all of a sudden, yes, you can be poisoning your opponent's Forge Plate Sentry 3 or other armored creature, and the poison will dissolve that armor and still manage to take out the creature quickly.
You know what this card makes me want? The ability to poison my opponent.
I think you're playing the wrong game, Fox.
That was a very infectious comment, Fox. Shall we go back to the game? I'm really eager to see the level 3.